Hello my friends, welcome to the new video on Ashhole models. As I promised, we're gonna have Star Trek, or well, science fiction Star Trek themed model today. And it is of course the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC 17001. The classic Enterprise from the era with Kirk, Spock, Bones, and Scotty. And it is the one with William Shatner, not the version with the Kelvin timeline. I'm a bit of a Trekkie, so I could go way deep into this, but I'd rather go deep into something else, but different story. So today, the Enterprise, I built this quite a while ago. I think it's 2 years or 3 years ago, ish. I don't know. I don't really remember, but what I do remember is that it is a Revell release, Revell Germany, which usually I tend to ignore just because, well, probably the Revell fanboys gonna get out their forks and whatever and chase me down the valley, but Revell is pretty much lower end quality kind of thing. Yeah, but since there were not so many Star Trek models beside AMT, which I built as well as a kid, but they sadly didn't survive. So I had the Enterprise D, I had a Vulture class Klingon cruiser, a Bird of Prey, which I recently bought a kit from AMT from that era and rebuilt a Klingon vessel. But I might show that a little bit later because they're so old, they're pretty crude and not very detailed. But well, it was Star Trek, so I bought it and built it. But to come back to this Enterprise, this is something I've to keep with the Star Trek theme. I did boldly go where no mark, well, in this case me, has gone before, because I went and bought electronics for this kit. So it is lit up. I'm going to show you in a little bit. And unfortunately, the lighting has a little bit of a hiccup. The electronics, and they're kind of, I don't know what they did, they hung up or something. So the warp nacelles or buzzard collectors, the red ones here, the red blingy thingies in front of here, they usually look exactly like they do in the show, but it hit up, so it goes all through the demos it has, all the functions that it has. And stupid me that I was quite in the beginning of building kits again. I just put the let me get a show thingy here, a show stick. I put the electronics for the control of the nacelles in here. So they're quite hidden, nice and tight and everything, but when something hicks up or screws up, you're screwed. So eventually, at some point, I probably will try to either cut a hole like here or so in the backside of the model and to get access to the electronics, or kind of they're built like you can they're kind of glued together here and there. So maybe just break up the glue line and reach in there to get to the buttons down there. But that's something I consider for the future. So, as I said, I'm going to show you the lighting effects first. And I'll just plug in the thingy-majiggy connector. So you basically can already see that is blinking and stuff. But I turn down the light for you a little bit so you kind of see what's going on here. So you can see that is all lit up and has the markings up here, that the flashing lights up here and on the bottom. You can see that everything is lit up, and also here and the bridge. Quite nice. And when you look at from the front, you see the nacelles that just do whatever they do. They usually rotate not like this, slower and reddish, bluish reddish, but well, as you can see, it goes through the demo features of the whole thing. So yeah, that was my boo-boo. Oh well, you learn from your mistakes. Or like Bob Ross used to say, there are no mistakes, it's all little happy accidents. So, and yeah, as you can see, I built it quite out of the box. There's no of this, what do you call, flat saucer thing. We have the lines here, which I didn't accent because they were there in the original studio model. They were just not that visible. That it wasn't a smooth finish. So I had to say that. But you can see it's quite nice, even especially for a Revell kit. As you can see the details here, and oh, I forgot to put the light, turn that light back on. So here you can see it is quite nicely molded. Well, it is a 60s kit spaceship kind of thing, so you wouldn't expect much details like in the newer stuff, where they're all little greeblies and this Aztec pattern, what it is called, this not uniform colored surface, so to speak. But as I said, for a Revell kit, it is pretty nice. The decals are, I thought when I put them on, they were quite good, but I don't know if you can see it on the camera here. Let me get a bit closer there. Even with all the tricks, you know, with the softener and putting gloss finish underneath to prevent it from screwing up, it happened after 2.5 years or so. So they're not made for eternity. But oh well. Well, the biggest thing trackers or trekkies will notice and will immediately like throw up on. Well, maybe not literally, but they pretty badly. The Star Trek symbol or the Star Trek triangle, whatever you want, is flipped like so. I don't know. It is a Revell. It is what it is. It doesn't bother me too much. So yeah, well, you can always say, well, it's from the mirror universe. It doesn't have a beard, but still. Oh well, and yeah, you got this nice little badge down here. Let's see if I can get my fat fingers away there. But it is a decal. It is not something high quality or whatever it is. Yeah. But it was a pretty cheap kit. Well, for the kit itself, it ended up being very expensive with all the electronics that there is in, with the lighting that went for all the different areas in the model, with the blinking effects here. So it was quite expensive in the end, but it was well worth it. So yeah, I think that's about it. I gotta say for it, it was pretty easy to build. Quite, if you don't intend to put electronics in it, it is quite a weekend build, I'd say, except for the painting, because you do a lot of masking and layering and stuff. But in the end, it is a weekend kit. So yeah, I don't know if you still can get them today. I think you can. I even seen the kit from Revell, new published with electronics in it. I don't know how much or what it does or so, but it is about 130 euros here in Germany, which is for a Revell kit pretty expensive, but it is about the same I paid for the kit itself and the extra electronics. But I gotta say, the electronics were top-notch stuff. So, yeah. Okay, well, that's about it. Next time we're gonna have a classic World War II tank kit to show you. And at some point I even plan to do a diorama kit, which is going to be my first, excuse me, my first, Jesus, which is going to be my first diorama, full-blown diorama. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please hit the like button, comment if you want to. Well, always can, but you know, I'm open to everything except for yelling at me and blaming for being the father of your kid. No.